Let's go, BU! Let's go, BU!
Welcome to the Bulldog Blitz, your weekly show for all the latest Butler sports action. I'm your host, Corey Stark. In today's show, we'll be joined by men's soccer coach Kelly Findley, but first we'll talk some ladies soccer. This weekend was the start of the Butler women's conference season. The women played against Valparaiso and Youngstown State. Friday's game against Valparaiso, the Lady Bulldogs got on the board early with a goal in the 14th minute by sophomore Lauren Papirski. Just 6 minutes later, junior forward Carrie Twyman added the Bulldogs' second goal, her fourth of the season. Butler would win the first game of the weekend 2-0. Second game of the weekend against the Penguins of Youngstown State was another shutout win. 2 goals by junior Abby Call lifted Butler to a 3-0 victory. The team is now 6-5 on the season. On last week's show, we sat down with women's soccer coach Terry St. John to get a more coach's perspective of the 2008 campaign. Here at the Blitz, we wanted to know from players' standpoint, what makes this team click? Blitz's Kylie Kirk has that story.
The women's soccer team is off to a 6-5 team record overall and a 2-0 conference record for the year. Let's take a look at the dynamics that make this Butler women's soccer team just the team to beat. I sat down with teammates Jessica Shine and Morgan Cox to see what keeps the team motivated.
Having the same team next year, every single player will be the same. It's reassuring that, yeah, we're good this year, but next year we're going to be great.
With a new season comes new players, new attitudes, and new friendship.
We get here, the day we get here, from then on for the next 3 weeks, we have nothing else but soccer. Nothing to do except for spend time with each other, play soccer, practice, run fitness, and we really bond through that a lot. And we establish our goals during preseason.
Not only do the Lady Bulldogs want a winning season, but they have their sights set on a national recognition.
We definitely want to be a top 25 team in the nation. You know, when we play the Missouris, when we play the IUs, that's what we're working towards. We want to beat those teams. We don't want to just compete with them. We want to beat them and move our way up.
So before every game practice, after we leave practice, we chant 2-5 as a reminder.
Not only do all the women spend time together on the field, but they also spend time away from home traveling together.
I think traveling is always fun. You're with each other 24/7 on the road, whether it's on the bus, at dinner, in the hotel.
Yeah, sometimes we get really slap happy after those 3-4 day weekends traveling. We get to practice on Monday after, 72 hours together. We're just giggling the whole time.
Between being a Division I athlete and attending an academically challenging school, the Lady Bulldogs still find time to participate in community programs.
Our assistant coach sometimes gets together this after-school program where a few of our teammates go and just play soccer after school with some of the kids.
Come check out the team this Friday as they take on Xavier. For the Bulldog Blitz, I'm Kylie Kirk.
Long days and lots of tennis have been the norm for Butler men's and women's tennis coach Jason Susha. For over a decade, Susha has been coaching both men's and women's tennis at the same time. He is in his 12th season coaching for the men and his 10th season coaching for the women's team. On the men's side, he has led the team to 9 league championships, including 6 in a row from 2002 to 2007. Also, Susha has been named Horizon League Coach of the Year 5 times. He has quite the resume, but it goes with a lot of hard work.
The biggest thing is the time. Practices become 3 to 4 hours long instead of an hour and a half to 2. So that's the hardest part.
From the coach to one of his teams, the women's tennis team started their season at the Ball State Invitational last weekend. And what a start it was, with 3 players taking single championships. Blitz's Mark Minner has more on this year's team.
The Butler women's tennis team is in the middle of their fall season. And while the season is short in length, the effects are often long-lasting. 10-year head coach Jason Susha knows that regular season success often begins with individual improvement in the fall.
Everything is based on how you can improve each player individually. That's the key. We have, all the tournaments are all individual. We do a lot of individual workouts with everybody, and it's really geared towards improving technique, making sure everybody's on the same page, because when we get into spring, everything's on the fly.
One of the hot topics for the team this year is the lack of seniors, but the team feels that it won't be an issue at all, and that experience is actually to their advantage.
We don't have a senior on the squad. I think after last year's experience, especially with a couple freshmen playing at #1 doubles and at 2 and 3 singles, we're hoping that the experience from last year can push us over the edge.
I think us juniors and even the sophomores, we have some experience under our belt, so we know what's going on. It's not like we're completely clueless.
While the women are in the midst of the fall season, they're also using the time to work on improving different parts of their game.
Keep up the intensity and use that as a strength. Use it in my matches. Last year I had a lot of good matches, but I couldn't really finish them. I couldn't get any good wins. So this year is definitely just to get some more good wins in.
Footwork and conditioning, it's always key. If it's not there, you can't improve in any of your other technical skills.
The regular season for the women starts in January, and the team has big expectations. But junior Valerie Van Leeuwen wants to make sure that they don't get ahead of themselves and forget about the fall season.
We're going to just take it season by season, so we're going to see how fall season starts off and make our goals from there, I guess. But of course, the expectation or the goal is always to win conference and get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
If they believe that we have the talent to win it all, I'm kind of hoping that they hold themselves accountable, that the expectations, their own expectations, meet mine.
In recent years, Butler's been exceptional in conference play. They totaled a 66-21 record in 9 seasons under Coach Susha. But when it comes to women's tennis, one team always seems to get the best of Butler.
UIC's won 11 conference championships in a row. We've lost to them in the finals 8 times. So in the last 2 years, 4-3 both times. So, I mean, our goal year in and year out is to win a conference championship.
We can definitely do it this year. We've had a chance to do it before. We just got to keep our perseverance going. We've got to be determined. Definitely can do it this year.
The next match for the team will be on October 23rd when they head to East Lansing, Michigan for the ITA Regionals. Mark Minner, Bulldog Blitz.
Bulldog fans, the party has just started. We'll be back with men's soccer coach Kelly Findley and so much more, all right here on the Bulldog Blitz.